about an hour drive. Come see the oldest covered bridge in my state. There it is right there. It's quite noisy. So, been scouting around a little bit. This is the best spot I can find to set up for a picture. So, let's get to it. Probably gonna have to shield the sun so we don't get no flare. Alright, composition wise, I tried to balance the trees on either side, and I lowered it down so there's not a whole lot of sky. I'll put you under a hood and let you take a look. That's what we got some greenery here, greenery there, top of the bridge is there, just a little bit of sky. And but I think I might balance the sky here and here because of the reflection. So let me work on that a little bit and then we'll take the picture. Alright, spot meter in the scene. The shadow area underneath the bridge comes in at about 10.5 EV. Sky is almost 17, so definitely going to lose any detail in the sky, but there's nothing there anyway. I'd rather have the detail in the rocks. The bridge beam is also 10.5, so I'm going to set them on zone 3. Exposure's at 12.5 EV, which is I was thinking of doing f11, which is about 60th of a second. I may go a little slower just to have the water blur out a little more. Think about it and we'll take the shot. Alright, we're going to pack up and see if I can get a spot of the stream down there. down my way, you just don't see this kind of stuff. So, I'd like to get a picture while I'm here. Alright, closer back to home. We're on the side of the road, so we're going to get down over here a little bit and take a picture of these silos. I'm going to use a red filter for the sky. It's nice and blue, there's not a whole lot of clouds, so I'm going to turn it dark. Alright, let's get set up. I'm just going to take the picture. I'm also going to burn a sheet of Delta 100 and stand develop it because the sun is super bright midday, and that way it'll preserve some of the highlights, just as an experiment. Alright, let's take the pictures and then I'll see you in the dark room. Alright, welcome back to the dark room. Negatives are looking pretty good. Let me switch over to that one. I'll show you the negatives, and then we're going to print the silos first. Because I'm working on a project with historic things in New Jersey for prints for the wall in the house. So I'm doing that one on fiber base, 11 by 14, and that one's got to wash a lot longer. So we'll do the other two first. Alright, let's switch cameras. Okay, as you can see, the red filter helped out the sky. This is the standard development. And then if we swing over to the stand, the sky's a little lighter, as I expected, because stand development helps develop shadows a little better, but stops developing the highlights. So this one, you can tell that the tops are a little lighter than that one there. So we'll see how they turn out in prints. I'll print them both 8 by 10 and see which one turns out better. Some was basically straight up in the sky, so as evidence to shining right on the top of the silos. I guess my my film holders are good because pulling the dark side with the dark slide with the sun shining right on it, it's kind of a risky proposition. All right, I'm just going to go straight to printing. No contact sheets, because I know I'm not looking to see which one I want to print, and we'll go from there. Okay, 3, 6, 9, 12, and so on. Sky looks much better over here, but this is way too dark. So it looks like I'm going to have to dodge these out and go for a longer exposure and have the dodge those for half the time. See what we get. We'll try, and we'll be right back. I am going to go for 12 seconds, and I will dodge the silos for half that time. Hopefully that'll work. Alright, let's print her up. as you can see, silos are still too dark. So the rest of the print looks pretty good. Sky looks good. Grass, the grass looks good. We'll just raise it up a little bit and dodge them for longer. See what we get. Okay, here's the first print. I'll swing you over here. Much better. I'm pretty happy with that. It's a little dark, but looks good. That's the FP4 one. I'll put in the stand development negative, the Delta 100, and see what the difference is. I'll have to do a test sheet first because stand development preserves the shadows, so we'll see what we're gonna have to do to that one. Alright, let's do a test strip and go for that one. I'm gonna have to give this one the same treatment. I got 3, way too light. 6 looks good on the stacks, just like the other one. And then we're gonna have to do the sky a lot longer. So let's do the same thing, print it up, and see which one looks better. Hopefully get it in one shot. Alright, let's go develop. Okay, that's the FP4 Plus. I like it. Let me swing you over. That's the Delta. As you can see, the highlights are a little better up top there compared to that one. I believe that was all due to the stand development. I did do a this is the one you watched get developed. It was a little dark. The trees were, let me see if I can tilt you down a little bit. It was a little dark through here and in here. The grass was, a little too dark. So that one, much better. It's a little lighter in the video than the actual print. It's closer to that one. So I will scan these two in, this one and this one, and we'll go from there. Alright, let's switch the pans to the big pans and print the train bridge, or the covered bridge, because I'm going to do that one in fiber based. Alright, I'll catch you right after the test strip. Okay, test strip. I'm at 5-second increments. Of course, the larger was a lot higher. Of course, the longer one was the best. Rocks were still a little too white, so I did 2 tests. Contrast 0 for 25 seconds, and then no filter for 25 seconds, and then I tried one for 40 seconds, and got a little more detail in the rocks, and I did dodge the beam a little bit, so you can see a little more in there. So I'm going to go for the 40 seconds, and I'm going to dodge this section for 5 seconds or so, just to lighten it up a little bit. Kind of like how you can start to see detail in there on that one. Alright, let's do our print and see what we come up with. Alright, one thing I learned: don't handle fiber-based paper with tongs when you're printing. Turns into a lasagna noodle when it dries up. So, wear gloves. You could two-tong it, but it's very hard to try to work with paper with 2 tongs. So, I just wear gloves and use the gloves to pick it up. I always pick it up with both hands. Alright, it's 40 seconds, contrast 0. And then we'll switch over, we'll take the filter out, and then take you over to print it. Alright, 25 seconds with a little bit of dodging. Okay, let's go print it. Alright, I can't really pull it out of order just yet. I'll try to get a good photo of it, because I can't scan this. But, all in all, pretty happy. The trees are a little blurry, due to, it was a little breezy. But I'm glad I centered the, spaced out the sky and the water and the sky. Just made it look a little more balanced. Oh, what's going on over there? Interesting. Looks like I'm going to have to print it again. Alright, let's turn off the water. I don't know what happened there. Alright, let's try another print. Okay. Spot's going. No spots around the other spot, around the other sides. Defect in the paper maybe? Anybody know? Leave something in the comments if you ever had that happen to your paper. It almost looks like a coffee stain. But you only go in the bag with dry hands and close the bag up right after. No clue. I'll take you over there and get a close-up. There. Well, maybe I missed the development. I don't know. Alright, let's see if I can get through talking with Sophie up there, barking at everybody. She's a good watchdog when it comes to, when FedEx or Amazon are here. Okay, hopefully the DSLR made a difference. I got an extra light back there because I noticed I have too much shadow in my face. Trying to improve the quality. We're getting there. Alright, appreciate you following me. Subscribe, and we'll come up with something for the next video. I may have to go to every 2 weeks through the summer. It's our busy season at work, so may not be able to get out enough to take pictures. Maybe I'll fill it in with gear review, my tripod, the ball head, the bag I use. I've been using each for the bag. I haven't been using for too long, but it has its pros and cons. Tripod I've had for about 2 years. Same with the ball head. Very happy with it. But that's another video. So hit the subscribe button, and hope to see you next week. Thanks.